Mountain version of Ooh Baby, I Love Your Way right here on the Fuse 984, originally sang by Peter Frampton. This song has been turned into so many different genres from funk to electro. It's Monday. Oh, my tongue twisters. Okay, funk, electro pop, disco, alternative hip hop, rap, house, dub, new wave, to name a few. But originally was sang in 1975. That's when it came out in September, and it was an English rock song. So that is absolutely fantastic. It is a Fuse 984. We are officially in the All Request Lunch Hour, so do let me know what you want to listen to. I'll make it happen just for you on 0701984984. And the Fuse 984 is all about beating the Monday blues on the Fuse. So you can let me know, like I did say, on our WhatsApp, or you can tag me. It's Amora. Special shout-outs coming your way in just a bit. Or other than that, all I do have to say, it's all about Nova Pioneer, Tattoo City, internationally now offering a globally recognized Cambridge International education from preschool all the way through high school. If you are looking for scholarships or the perfect education for your kids to grow and understand leadership skills, innovation, and so much more, they've actually had over $10 million in scholarships given to their students. Nova Pioneer also serves students with leadership and, of course, innovation as well, as I mentioned earlier. And, of course, what happens is, they have over 100 university students worldwide as well. It's a pathway that you and your family truly deserve. I want to make sure that your children are finding their Nova, and you can do the same by heading over to their social media or visit www.novapioneer.com/Kenya for more information. Let's get that news and then back to the Fuse.
The best mix of music, Capital FM.
The World at One with Laura Walubengo.
It's 1 o'clock on the 10th of August, 2026.
Members of Parliament, they either arrived late or they came this morning, and there was a challenge when we inquired. We were told there's a challenge with visa processing to this Naivasha meeting.
And in his honor, I want to request you that he observe a minute of silence in honor of the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga.
You are going there first to acquire knowledge. So it's good to socialize, it's good to build networks, it's good to have and take advantage of that exposure.
Don't be a fence sitter. In Kijaluo we say, if you face the lake, face it squarely. Because if you face it squarely, it is a blessing.
Ile kiti ya deputy president Ruto anakudanganya nayo hatutaki. Mudavadi alikuwa vice president, Mudi Awori alikuwa vice president, Wamama Kijana alikuwa vice president. Hiyo kitu haitasaidia, hatutaki. Tunataka kiti ya nini? Tunataka gani?
Good afternoon. President William Ruto and ODM party leader Oburu Oginga have strongly defended the broad-based government arrangement, highlighting the political cooperation between UDA and ODM as the country enters the final stretch before the 2027 general election. Speaking during a broad-based parliamentary group retreat in Naivasha, attended by hundreds of lawmakers, Ruto underscored the basis of the partnership while calling for greater political cohesion among members of the two parties.
I'm a very proud person because it is very rare to be a leader of a team as big, as committed as the one we have in this room today. Listen, guys, the other side is in chaos. So, as we meet here today, the future of our nation is the subject of our conversation.
Oburu, meanwhile, told politicians uncomfortable with the party's cooperation with President Ruto to leave rather than remain on the fence as divisions within the Orange Party continue to deepen ahead of the election next year.
And we believed in the stability. When there was a little shake, we said, no, let us come in and join President Ruto, because looking at the options then, there was no anybody who was better than Ruto. Even if we still thought he was a devil, he was a better devil than the other devils.
More than 250 members of the National Assembly and at least 45 senators are attending the three-day retreat, in figures disclosed by Senate Majority Leader Aaron Cheriot.
Our colleagues from the ODM family had their parliamentary group meeting last night. There are certain internal matters that both teams were putting together. We equally from the Kenya Kwanza team, we had our session until late last night and doing fellowshipping as well, because we rarely get such occasions. And we had a big team yesterday, and it was quite interesting.
At the heart of the discussions is the question whether the UDA-ODM cooperation can be a more clearly defined political arrangement capable of surviving the intense competition expected in polls next year.
This meeting is beyond a parliamentary group. As we start this meeting, there is one person who is not here, a very significant, consequential statesman. And in his honor, I want to request you that you observe a minute of silence in honor of the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga.
Detectives investigating the killing of Dr. Victoria Nthunya Mutiso have secured 30 days to keep 3 suspects in custody as the Directorate of Criminal Investigations pursues additional leads, witnesses and possible accomplices. The suspects are police officer Elijah Kibelian Kimoi, Daniel Njoroge and Kevin Kinuthia, who were arrested last week following what investigators described as an intelligence-led operation. Milimani Magistrate Paul Mutai allowed the extended detention, citing the risk of interference with investigations and concerns over the safety of the suspects if they were released at this stage. In more political news, Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka has cautioned the united opposition against relying on opinion polls to determine its 2027 presidential ticket. He warned that surveys could be used to manipulate voters and influence the outcome of the opposition's internal negotiations. Kalonzo said the opposition must approach polling data scientifically and avoid allowing numbers published by pollsters to dictate who should lead the coalition in the 2027 general election. His remarks come amid an increasingly competitive contest over the composition of the opposition presidential ticket, with Kalonzo, Fred Matiang'i, Rigathi Gachagua and Edwin Sifuna emerging as key figures in the negotiations.
I don't want Kenyans to fall prey to electoral manipulation. Remember, there's a third player called the intelligence community, which in order to help William Ruto may want to put up certain numbers. However, I've been at it. I remember a statement that time and others. This time, we are not leaving anything to chance.
The IEBC is undertaking a comprehensive review of its election results management framework ahead of the 2027 general election. A technical working group is assessing systems used to transmit, verify, aggregate and tally results, as well as the technology supporting the process. A team will also identify gaps and emerging risks while reviewing stakeholder coordination, communication and dispute resolution mechanisms. A commission says recommendations from the exercise will strengthen results management, enhance transparency and boost public confidence in electoral outcomes. For these and other stories, log on to www.capitalfm.co.ke/news. And now coming up, the latest from the money market.
The Breakfast Bulletin. Money Matters with Capital FM.
In today's trading session, the Kenya shilling is currently trading at 129.25 against 129.45 shillings to the US dollar. CBA's Treasury Department says the local currency continues to hold steady against the greenback in trading. A sterling pound is in the meantime trading at 174.40 buying against 174.70 selling, while the euro is trading at 149.40 buying against 149.65 selling. The Japanese yen is currently trading at 81.55 buying against 81.70 selling, while the South African rand is trading at 7.99 buying against 8.01 selling. At the stock market, Car in General, Liberty Kenya and Family Bank are some of the gainers at this hour. Africa Mega, AgriCorp, Unga Group and WWP Scan Group have lost ground. You can follow trading on the Capital FM website, www.capitalfm.co.ke. Real-time updates are powered by mystockslive.co.ke.
Money Matters with Capital FM.
We now link up with the BBC World Service for a 2-minute snapshot of world news.
BBC News with Neil Nunes. Russian officials say a Ukrainian drone strike has killed at least 13 people, including a child, in Nizhnekamsk in Tatarstan. The city lies around 900 kilometers east of Moscow, deep in Russian territory, and is home to one of the country's most advanced oil refineries. The governing bodies of football in Asia, Europe, North and Central America and the Caribbean have issued a joint statement slamming the FIFA president Gianni Infantino. They accuse him of deception and placing himself above football. European Union scientists say the world's oceans outside the polar regions hit record temperatures for July. The Copernicus Climate Change Service said this was driven partly by an El Niño phenomenon developing in the Pacific. Police in Canada say a woman has died while attempting to escape a massive wildfire in British Columbia. The 80-year-old was trying to flee with her family. More than 1 million people have now been evacuated from their homes in eastern China as a typhoon brings torrential rain to the region. Typhoon Dolphin has weakened to a tropical storm but is continuing to cause widespread disruption. Police in Thailand have arrested a former member of parliament who's suspected of opening fire outside a local government office. A provincial official was killed in the shooting. His driver was wounded. The owner of a Bangkok bar that caught fire, killing 37 people, has been charged by Thai police. Suicha Salaibat is accused of negligence and operating a venue without a license. Firefighters in Indonesia are battling wildfires that have swept through a national park on Java Island for more than a week. The fire destroyed 5 square kilometers of the Bromo Tengah Semeru Park, forcing the site's closure. BBC News.
The world in 2 minutes.
And that's the world at 1 at 12 minutes past the hour.
All the information you need, all the news you want. The world at 1 with Capital FM.
Feel the pulse, catch the spark, and more lights up your world with the best rock, pop, house, and EDM. The Fuse.